Before listening to the every blame of these protests against Islam, keep this in mind that these enemies can never prove Islam wrong, but they're always blaming Islam in showing to people that now we have found a mistake in Islam. But in fact, these protests are finding those points of Islam to which the people with a less knowledge about Islam cannot understand easily. And then they are bringing these points as a blame to front of people to fool them in a delusion. But in fact, if a person think in these questions for little time, most soon he will get to this point that what kind of ignorant blames are these? The protests have found a similar point in Islam since a long time ago about the equality of a man and woman in Islam. The first point to be noted that a man and woman are both the creation of a one God. The God is not needy to man nor woman. So how God will reveal orders in which woman will be considered as a lower creature? Here we are not angry for this, that why they are blaming Islam, because this is their old habit. But we are angry for this, that those people who were considering women nothing more than animals or slave, now they are blaming Islam for women's rights. Some common blames of these people are these, that why the witness of a two women is equal to one man in Islam. Why women get less heritage as compared to men? Why woman is not allowed to marry more than one husband, where man is allowed for more than one wife? Actually, in Islam, men and women are equal in rights. But here is some difference in some affairs which have some reasons behind that the person can understand that very easily. The first blame that these people are doing, that in Islam women and man witness are not equal. Remember that in Quran there are 5 places in which Allah is talking about witness and the gender is not mentioned. Means that the witness of a man and woman is equal. But except one place in chapter 2 verse 282 where Allah Ta'ala is talking about the financial transactions. In the middle of a verse, Allah said, if there are not 2 men available, then a man and 2 women, from those you agree for witness, so that if one of them errs, then the other one of them can remind her. Just think in this. The first point that should be noted, that in Islam before marriage, it is the responsibility of parents to look after the girl and take care of her dress, education, eating and drinking, etc. And after marriage, it is the responsibility of husband. So it means that the relation of a woman with a financial transaction is very less as compared to men. So it is hard for women to understand financial affairs. So that is why in the last part of this verse, Allah Ta'ala said that if one of them errs, then the other one of them can remind her. So here Allah didn't say that woman is not equal to man. That is why the witness is also not equal. Because in Islamic society, women don't have much relation with the financial transactions. In Islam, in some places, the witness of a woman is higher than a man. For example, the man is not allowed to give the burial bath to woman. Just a woman is allowed. So this is the reality. These are the just misconceptions that the protests are giving to people. The second most common blame of these protests is this, that why women get less heritage as compared to men. In Islam, for the look after of a woman, the elders are responsible before married. Parents, brothers or uncle, or any elder in the family. And after married, a husband, and after the death of husband, the elder sons are responsible. And keep this in mind that it is important on these people. Otherwise, in Islamic governments, they can be punished for this. So in this case, where a woman needs money, if we come to the logic, in this case, the logic of a human will say that in this condition, women don't need even a single dollar of a heritage because all the responsibility are on men. So men need heritage more than a woman. But Islam say that it's okay that she don't have need, but give them the half amount of a man. Means 2 women are equal to 1 man in this case. Sometimes people blame Islam that why woman is not allowed to marry more than 1 man at one time. Just think in this question. How unnatural question is this according to the human nature and also from medical point of view. These protests don't think that how this can badly damage our society. Because we know the number of women is more than a man in the world. And now just think about one example. Imagine if there is 30 males and 50 females in a city, because females quantity always more than a males. And now consider that every female is married 2 males. So what the other 35 females will do? But instead of this, if we make free environment for male and females, where everyone will be allowed to have any kind of relation with anyone, and think of this, that everyone will be equal, so we can see the result of this environment in Europe. Then there will be no concept of family, fealty and union like Europe. Then the kids will grow up on the roads, without home and parents, brothers and sisters. And parents will die without their sons, alone in the old age houses. This is Islam that teaches us the managing of all these problems with a good way. So that is why Islam don't permit this. Dear sisters, one day a person came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the person told to him that, O Prophet of Allah, who is the most beloved person to you in this world? The Prophet ﷺ answered that Aisha, she was a Prophet's wife. Sisters of Islam were considering women diminished. So the Prophet ﷺ would not say that Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha is the most beloved woman to me in the world. In Islam, all people are same, rich and poor, black and white, educated and uneducated, men and women. All are same, but sometimes Islam takes some decisions for our benefit. But instead of this, that we realize intentions with a more study, we start doubting and blaming Islam.